Emily Maitlis, who you will know probably from her life on the BBC. She caught up with Reform UK leader Nigel Farage. This is in Milwaukee. Just have a little look at this exchange. Let us know what you think.
I thought you were giving all your time to Clacton now as its newest MP.
Well, I'm allowed to come to America on a trip like this, particularly in these circumstances. I mean, I had planned to come originally to America and to be here for a few months. And I made a decision, no, I'm going to run for Clacton. But given the circumstances, it was right that I came.
Because at one point you said you wouldn't be running in Clacton because you wanted to give your time to the US, but now you are the new Clacton MP, but are here in the US just, what, 2 weeks after getting elected? Because this feels more exciting?
No, I'm just here for a couple of days. That's it. That's it. I'll be back at the weekend. And no, I mean, look, what happened on Saturday was, could have been the most disastrous event.
But why did he need you?
Well, that's a matter for, you know, his team to answer, not me. No, listen, it was right that I came.
Right for who?
It was the right thing to do. I have friends. I don't know whether you do or not. Maybe you don't. But I have friends, and when they're in having a tough time, it's right to go and support them.
And is that the sense you've got, that he's having a tough time right now?
He nearly died.
To state the obvious. And then there's a really, really long silence. And then she said, is he having a tough time at the moment? Again. And Nigel Farage said, he nearly died.
I mean, he nearly had his head blown off. Could you imagine the course of the US and the world today if that happened? I mean, some people have responded to that clip online saying, hilarious, nicely played, Emily Maitlis. What's hilarious about it? What?
The trouble is...
Where's the gotcha?
And this is what's going to happen to Nigel Farage, now that he is an MP, is that he will, every time he steps foot outside of Clacton, there's going to be somebody like Emily Maitlis with a gotcha question, trying to cast him as something, actually, frankly, that I don't think he is. And you can see there from Nigel, I don't know what you thought, Ben, but it's his typical honesty. He's just trying to give a really straight answer. He's not up to any sort of mischief. Like, she's digging for something that just, frankly, is not there. And
there's this narrative building around Nigel that, you know, he shouldn't be doing this or shouldn't be doing that because he should be focusing his attention on his constituents in Clacton. If you ask me, I mean, I'm sure Nigel will be the best MP he can for his seat and his constituents, but I don't think the majority of Clacton voters voted for Nigel because they thought he was the best man to be dealing with their complaints against the water board or
the one-way system
dealing with their parking permits. I think there's a wider issue at play here, and that's why they put him in that seat. Yeah,
and so the sneery tone actually about the Republican National Conference from other broadcasters and journalists I found absolutely disgusting.
There was a separate clip with Emily Maitlis relaying back her report to Lewis Goodall, and who's the other chap?
John Sopel, another former BBC.
All former BBC, I mean, Labour activists, let's be frank. And she's saying, I just don't understand, it's all cult-like behaviour, these people, I mean, ex-celebrities who are trying to revive their careers like Russell Brand. So, sorry, Russell Brand's got 8 or 9 million subscribers on Rumble or YouTube or wherever he hosts his show. He's probably earning more money now than he ever has before.
It just showed for me the way that, I'd say, the political left, broadcast left, are sneering at that event is the distinction between those people who are out of touch with the people that J.D. Vance appeals to, the real people, the working people, the Rust Belt, as he calls it in America. We might call it the Red Wall, the working people. I don't like those terms. I think they're a little bit reductive. But just, do you know what it is? It's just not the little Westminster elite.
No.
It's not Emily Maitlis's little dinner party set who like to walk around, you know, art gallery openings on a Wednesday night in Westminster. It's just not those people, and that's OK. And when you hear broadcasters like that just be so detached, I'm just glad we have us.
Instead of sneering at these people, why don't you try and work out why this momentum is building? Who knows?
Ask why.